Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Rebel Playoffs. My name is Rusty Seabutter, and I am joined here by Metal. How you doing?
He- Hello, Rusty, and hello, Rebel. How are we doing, guys?
Yeah,
One and all. One and all.
we're doing great. There's no way that daylight savings has totally messed with all of our heads and ruined our entire day.
You're fine.
I know. I'm just a mess. And we got Michael's here too, but he's a thirsty boy, so he needs to go get himself a hot, steamy beverage for his mouth.
Apparently needed to wake him up is what needed to happen.
That's probably a little bit of that too, right?
Rumor has it that, that doesn't make him good. Just being awake isn't enough.
Whoa, and look at that. Herrings, I just put a double stream link in the streaming announcements channel. That is madness. I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah, you can set it up so you can get like 3, 4, as many as you want. Because there is another game going on. Currently, Doc Mark is taking on Andy Davo over on Steak Mittens' channel.
Yeah. That one's underway like half an hour ago, right?
Yeah, so shall we talk about the teams? Because we were about 7 minutes out, which should give us enough time to discuss these two teams.
Yeah, well, we got a hell of a matchup today. We got, if you're a fan of Bash, you came to the right place. It's we got McMacky and his Khemri team, appropriately named Khemri Do It. Yes, we can. And we got Snow White and the Six Chorfs, coached by BleedingHippy, who I believe you know over from G-Man, from that side of the pond.
Yeah, I've played Hippie quite a few times. He's actually on Metal Clan as well.
Yeah.
So I'm quite familiar with Hippie and his playstyle, and he is very, very good at Blood Bowl. Like, that might come as a surprise, but he's very, very good at Blood Bowl.
Well, pulling up his little graphic here, we can see he's got some trophies next to his name. I'm not sure what those trophies are, but I bet they're good.
Well, that would be the I've won the Super Bowl.
That would be the one. Is that the icon for the Super Bowl? Look at that. So we got a Super Bowl winner, and we got McMacky, who should be a Super Bowl winner because he's the Super Bowl winner of my heart. But let's start with the Chorfs. This is a nasty Chorf team. They have been around for 4 seasons. They have an incredible record of 45, 12, and 15. And the only time they ever seen some Khemri, they clawed him down, turned him into disposable rags and bones on the floor. 10 seasons for BleedingHippy, which is the entire duration of REBBL, I believe.
Yeah, he's been here since the beginning, has Hippie, in one form or another. Michael's is vaping at his mic, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Hippie has been around like as long as I have, in one form or another. I've played him a ton of times on a ton of different teams, and he's very, very good at Blood Bowl. Like, worthy of note, in that hallway that I never forget to remind Michaels that I beat him that one time in Clan. I have beaten Hippie on this team with my Nurgle. I'm one of those 15. So that's a matter of pride. Like, this guy is so good.
Yeah, well, I mean, it would appear he has the benefit of some practice. He's been doing it for a minute. And it's a hell of a developed team. I'm going to pop the graphic down real quick so we can just take a peek at it.
Who's the Khemri? Is that Zord?
That's McMacky. Mr. Herring Zord.
I mean, see the record versus Khemri? 1-0.
I don't know which Khemri it was. I don't think it was Zord. I think it may have been Parmu, like right at the beginning of the team's life. But you'd have to dig back there to find that out. But look at this team. Look at all those skills everywhere.
Yeah.
Development for weeks.
It's real gross. And I guess the main hallmarks are you got a couple of your standard kind of claw guys, but one of them's a jump up Palmer with Pro and Dauntless. 2 punching bulls, both with break tackle. No mighty blow on him, but they don't. It doesn't seem like that's probably the way he's going to be using him. He's probably going to be using him more as pillars and setting the edge.
He uses the bulls as tools. They're not, the blockers do the workload, right? They shoulder the burden of this team, and the burden is murder everything in sight.
Yeah.
The bulls, I need a specific tool for a specific job kind of. When you've got a problem, the bulls will usually fix it.
Yeah, and with the Fringy Juggernaut one, that's very useful, I would imagine, for controlling the sideline in conjunction with his grab piece and some of the other stuff he's got going on here. So this is a lot of control features within a Chorf team, more than maybe you usually see.
It makes me it makes me laugh a little bit that Happy is the super developed 290 SPP killer, because the one thing he's doing is not making people happy. the one thing that you can guarantee is people aren't happy to see that.
I mean, I think whenever you pull this team up, because you're like, who do I got next? I'm not happy. I'm not happy looking at this at all. He's a carry goblin type, or carry hob. So he's got the Agi hob with sure hands, kickoff return, fin, block. Nice little hobgoblin. A couple fowlers. So not too far outside of the normal Chorf mold, but the normal Chorf mold is fine. Where's the Huntsman?
Arguably one of the best hobgoblins in the business. If he had dodge, he'd be pretty much flawless, right? It's just good.
Or pass.
Shall we look at what his latest victim is? It's kind of like I talk about whenever I put the OI scheduling post up, who is Arabi's latest tribute. I think that's how playoffs work for BleedingHippy. We find a tribute for him and sacrifice them to keep BleedingHippy happy.
We absolutely can. That would be my boy McMacky from over on the REBBL side, from the good old UF of A. McMacky has been playing this Khemri team for about 3 seasons now. He has qualified for the playoffs in each of those 3 seasons. His overall record of 36, 13, and 7 is outstanding, and I think a lot of that 7 came this year. He does not lose much with this Khemri team.
That's such an incredible. I mean, because Khemri are incredibly punishing if you make a mistake. With low RG across the board, not the best movement. They're on the whole slower and less agile than dwarves, and that says something, right?
Yeah.
So the actual 7 losses in that many games, that's 56 games and only 7 losses. That's incredible. I respect McMacky incredibly for this performance. It's nuts.
Yeah, I was lucky and got to cover him one season on the show, and I believe he was lossless in that season. He may have. I don't think he was perfect, but I think he had a couple ties in there. But when you watch him play, he's incredibly fundamentally sound. His positioning is impeccable. But he also has, I think one of the things I enjoy about watching him is he's got a really good sense of risk and when the right time to take big risks are. And he's not afraid to do things like throw a Khemri pass or do that handoff, which I guess is...
We do, of course, have the Church of McMacky, which if you've ever listened to the podcast, you may have heard the advert at the end, based on him beating an actual... one of our G-Man coaches, one of our top G-Man coaches, Bobby Bentang, and his incredibly scary Dark Elf team by chucking a turn 16, last second, dying moments of the game pass to win. And it was, it was a moment, let's just say.
Well, he's a trendsetter. It feels like since he did that and kind of gained that notoriety, we've been seeing Khemri teams more willing to open it up, more willing to kind of bring the big play into the repertoire, or maybe the desperation playbook, so to speak. But no, he's fantastic, man. He's a lot of fun to watch. I'm going to pop the graphic down and let's take a look at his team real quick. We probably have a minute.
Key fact that I want to talk about real quick while you're switching over scenes and stuff is that he is one of the last 2 races in the playoffs that would guarantee us a brand new winner. Because, in 9 seasons, we've had a different race win it every single year. So there's only two races now.
Who's the other?
Running. There's Nurgle and there's Khemri.
Sauce. Okay. This
is the Sauce, and I can't say the other one because it was last night, but it's spoilers. But technically, there's... God, I've spoiled it by saying it. Yeah, Lazarus went through last night, didn't he? So...
okay. Awesome.
So, there's 2 Nurgle and 1 Khemri. Sorry, spoilers, sorry. I'd committed by that point.
Well, Laz features the single best beast I've ever seen in all the games I've ever watched.
You know
Nurgle
what, right? They said that last night, and then he really stupid.
It's the whole game.
50% of the game.
He lived up to that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, activating him is a risk-reward proposition.
Speaking of things like activating and risk-reward propositions, having Tomb Guardians in the same planet as Claw Mighty Blow players is a thing.
Yeah.
How long do you have Tomb Guardians in this scenario? There's a decent amount of guard on this team, but Hippy has a good amount of guard. I mean, the one advantage is obviously base, strength 5, but then you've got Happy, who has Dauntless. He will pile on, and you've only got 1 dirty player left. McMacky used to have this absolute army of dirty players, and you can see they've died, or they've took busts, or he's still got a deep bench, and he's going to need it for this game. But those 2 5 out of 6 skeletons, they must feel a little bit bad right now when you desperately need that dirty player.
Yeah, Detective Johnson Robertson, he's looking for retirement. He's been on the force a long time now. His knees are getting dusty and sore. And
is this his last month?
It's his
last month on the job.
This might be
Because if you say that he's dead, you realise he's about to die because he's looking towards retirement now.
Oh, I've only got 2 more weeks to retirement, and then I'm gonna curl up and watch my Dodgers play at Ebbets Field.
No,
is that the I'm too old for this shit?
Yeah, that's it's the cop in every cop movie ever.
Yeah.
The old cop that's about to retire. He's like, oh well, you're dead, aren't you? And then 20 minutes of the movie, ooh, the new guy has his motivation because the old cop died. Well, those 5 out of 6 SPP skeletons had best get some motivation going, because if he's going to go further, I feel like he needs a couple more dirty players.
Yeah. I mean, he's taken a little bit of attrition over this season and even the previous season compared to kind of his run up to this build-up. You can see a couple of Tomb Guardians are a little less developed than you might imagine for a team of this age, and that's because some of them are fresh. Yeah,
the Bone Man's pretty new as well. 24 SPP on a Blitzer. That's a weird Blitzer. That's a weird situation, right?
Yeah, he's a baby boy. It looks like still has Tackle Mighty Blow, which is kind of what he needs. I don't know that's going to do him a ton of good in this game.
Wondrous Magnet. There's an entire selection of those. We call them Steven Seagal movies, because he never dies and just roundhouse kicks everything off the back of someone random dying during the movie. Trust me.
While he's eating a cheeseburger.
I was going to say maybe in the old days. Now he just kind of wheezes and looks at people with a stern look.
And these days he plays jazz music because he turned up in Liverpool last year and played a jazz show with his jazz band.
Yeah,
jazz karate.
Steven Seagal turning up and playing jazz is it's not what you expect to hear, right? But it's true.
That's something. Sounds like we might be getting going here. Is McMacky saying that we're starting? That was a couple
Needless
minutes ago.
to say, we're going to need Claw Palm to not work. We're going to need Strength 5 to work. And we're going to need regeneration to be on point to make this happen. Otherwise...
He's getting 440 too, right? So we'll see that come into play.
I'd say as goes regeneration is as goes this game. Either that
Wizard,
or...
I'm sure.
Now, I did see, the kind of the preview warm-up to this with fresher teams where Sace took on Chabsu in the Open Invitational, and Sace literally beat the snot out of Chabsu and won 2-0, and Chabsu was, by the end of the game, ending turn to end the pain. Now, obviously, Chabsu does not have the kind of claw palm that Hippie has, so maybe this isn't going to go as well for McMacky as it went for Sace, but, I think he's hoping it does.
Yeah, I mean, a Chorf team like this is pretty much the last thing you want to see as Khemri, with that much guard as well.
With all the respect in the world to Hippie, it's kind of the problem with teams like this, and you've seen it throughout the playoffs with other kill coaches, like Jimmy hasn't always been making the best decisions to protect the ball. Source hasn't been making the best decisions.
Some kind of poor play that's saved by skills.
Get a little bit
Is that what you're
sloppy
saying?
Sometimes because they're so reliant on the removal game and on their kill skills firing off and things like that. That as much as I respect the hell out of Hippie, is an incredibly good coach, and like I say, I like to think he's a pretty good friend. He's on Clan Metal with us. He can sometimes, with this particular team, not with other teams, but with this particular team, get a little bit sloppy because he becomes so reliant on just walking into a match and pitch clearing everything. And that concerns me a touch,
You think that Hippie's going to fall into that trap? He's been playing a long time, though. I think he'd have seen that trap sprung enough.
We've seen it in playoffs before. Put it that way.
With the more mega experienced guys.
In playoffs this season already, even. If I remember correctly.
Like I say, I don't think it's unique to Hippie. I think it is something that is what I would call a disease of incredible developed kill coaches, which is that they just assume they're going to kill their way to win.
It's a kill crutch.
It's definitely not unique just to Hippie. That's for sure.
No, I mean, but if that's what you're used to, right, and that gets you results 9 times out of 10. Oh, we're up? Great. As soon as I left, we go up.
as Truk says, Chab was beaten to re-rolling. He's now a Kislev. You know what, right? Chab's a fool. Like, he's just re-rolled. He's just re-rolled the best bull Rebel has ever seen, near enough. Like, just because he was like, oh, well, my team's a bit boring, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, shut up. You've got the best bull centaur in Rebel. Don't be an idiot.
Well, he's Kislev now, so he can get the best, I don't know, blitzer in Rebel.
Yeah, I have nothing negative to say about someone ditching Chorfs. That's fine. Doing a good job, Chapsu. Hats off to you.
It's the kind of thing that makes Dwiggy happy, right? And we like Dwiggy, so...
Yeah, I like it when Dwiggy's happy.
Right, I've gone right back to the beginning because I want to find out who won the toss and things and is playing. You don't have to. I'll take that one for us. We are under the Magic Dome, which is McMacky Stadium.
Which gives us this horrible blue haze over the games, and I wish they would get rid of this graphic. It drives me nuts.
So, if you need to know...
Did we get Setek?
Nice. McMacky won the toss. He chose to receive, which of course you do. He rolled massive on the fans. He got a massive 10 plus 12 compared to Hippie's 6 plus 10. So the plus 1 fame. He's actually sat there with 2 babes, a bribe, and Setek.
Yeah.
I like the bribe. I like the babes. I'm unsure about Setek as a choice. I don't know if I may have gone for another dirty player skeleton to really
I like it.
The foul threat.
I like the Wizard better just because Chaos Dwarves aren't the fastest team.
Yeah, but
they have 2 fast players.
They're not a team that can take
But you don't use the Wizard to reciprocate a score or to, pop the ball and then score yourself. You just use it to stop them.
You use it to be a douchebag.
Yeah. Use it to kill that Agi-Hob in one shot.
Yeah, or something like that.
I'm sorry, did you have the ball? No, you don't. Goodbye.
Nor do you have your Agi-Hob.
Well, that would be the ideal situation, wouldn't it? That you kill a guy on the way through, but you can't rely on that. Like, the Wizard is good, but it's not like... It's not a crutch. It can do things for you, but it can't necessarily... It's not a guaranteed removal or anything, just because it's a minor.
Right.
It's
a good chance of keeping them from scoring is all. And then winning by 1-0.
It's hard to imagine saying Wizard's not a crutch when T-Self is still kicking around in this league.
Yeah, but he's an elf. Like,
I
he's
know.
built to take
different use of a Wizard.
Look, I want to get my shots in on T-Self. I need
That's fair.
I don't... You know what? Okay, right. I don't blame you for that, because I know you and elves have...
History?
A relationship. I was going to say. What relationship? We'll leave it right there.
A relationship of love and respect.
That was real minimal effort, I thought.
Yeah, well, when you snake 3 pickups in a row against Prelfs, that's going to tend to happen.
Just don't do that.
I tried not to. I got cocky. I thought I could.
Yeah, see what Metal said.
Well, see, I got a sure hands Agi for carrier, so I could snake all the time whenever I pick up. I think I did it with you too, Michaels, didn't I?
I don't recall. All I remember is that bullshit crazy pass.
And we are off to the races. Kickoff return in effect. Rolls more than normals. Gonna take advantage of that quick snap and get a little bit closer to the ball.
What sucks is if that ball bounces out, he's like way down there now, just by himself.
Peace, boys. I'm not going near that claw.
I'll catch you in a few rounds, guys.
Can you blame him? Would you want to go anywhere near that mess?
If that happens, do you give it to somebody else and then just run him back in his own due time?
Yeah, you do. You absolutely do.
Well, we won't find out, because he's going to pick it up right out of his own end zone.
Maybe.
No movement on the quick snap. So McMacky quite happy with his positioning off the jump.
Interesting how Hippie set up 2 hobs on the line. I feel like that's a great way to go down men, like, before we even begin.
Yeah.
You pile this on?
Nah, you do the foul, right?
Well,
I pile it on.
If he removes all these hobs, then there's, like, nobody that could potentially...
You don't need to foul it.
That's true.
Yeah.
He's probably thinking about his positioning. And he doesn't want to do it on the ground. I don't know that there's a lot of foul threat, though, from the Chorfs unless he can manage to push a bunch of people off. But I don't see how that's happening with a mountain of guard.
Hippie can and will foul as often as he possibly can. He likes that kind of playstyle. He is very, very violent. He is absolutely like the quintessential Chorf coach when it comes to stuff like that, because he is violent.
It's this teenage angst.
To do it well, he would have to move off this stand firm Tomb Guardian next to the Blitzer that would have piled, which might have been a tough proposition.
Yeah, who's the blitz target here? It's not a very good one, no matter how you slice it.
No. Maybe you just take Setek and just throw him in the middle of that, and while the Chorfs are swarming, kind of slowly run around the side of him.
Well, that's a really good way to waste inducements, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I hired this guy just so you could murder him. I figured you'd like it. How do you feel?
He's just asserting dominance. I don't need that guy.
Yeah.
I'm a badass.
What's that? 240k? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Oh, he's good.
No
I feel
problem.
like you'd probably blitz with the Tomb Guardian. You make blitz with Attack, but you probably blitz with the Tomb Guardian into the Claw, just to
Or
buy
you
it up.
just hit
Or you
end
just don't
turn, I
blitz.
guess. Yeah.
You know what?
That's
There's,
weird.
there's a level there. Now, I think he basically doesn't want to break ranks.
Mm-hmm.
He is the silent guardians of the ball at this point. They're in a staro contest, and if you blink, you lose. So he's not blinking.
Yeah, he's got the old Khemri line extending from one side to the other, capped off with some skellies and star players.
I think he just takes this dauntless hit on the side and says, I don't care. Don't care about your line.
He's deploying bodies to the fight.
Oh, boy.
Chorfs deploy.
He's going for the Tomb Guardian, I think.
Yeah.
Guard. Never give up, Ned. Don't give up, Ned. Don't do it.
Yep.
Don't you do it, Ned.
Dauntless is good.
Oh,
Pro is not.
he didn't give up. Good job, Ned.
Yeah.
Got that name for a reason. All right, well, so that's the Chorf Blitz. I guess there's no more punches coming in.
Oh,
Oh,
I think you keep that, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, the first actual armor break inflicted was by the floor.
It's by a hobgoblin being a hobgoblin.
Nice hobgoblin, idiot.
All right, well, McMacky's got some choices here. He's got a
I
lot of
agree with
base
Dimitri,
Chorfs.
But you know what?
Ugh.
Just keep punching. Just keep punching. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. That's not a good start.
I
No.
might have re-rolled that, if I'm honest. I know doing it first action's super terrifying,
Yeah.
but I might have re-rolled that.
My hunch is
no.
we're going to see
You know
McMacky play pretty tight off the start here.
If I actually am honest, I might not have taken that block first. I might have taken that down the line when you knew you needed a re-roll or not.
Which
Well,
which would you have done
BleedingHippy's-
first?
BleedingHippy's telling him you got to go up this side. So I see why he took it, because he could have pushed out his Tomb Guardian and then brought him around to help.
Yeah, he could have chained out the Tomb Guardian on a knockdown.
Yeah.
And
Because he's only getting one die there. Right.
he
now.
could kind of then switch back and go towards white and really kind of send the fight up the other flank. But
Mhm.
Ball would have been left blowing in the wind a little bit because he's kind of slow.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
If he was elves, that would have been a better play.
I don't know, plenty of move
One
6
thing-
to go around here.
One thing we talked about in the normal season for McMacky's team is no break tackle on any of these Tomb Guardians. So
you
once
see
they're
what
stuck
you-
in, they're stuck in.
I mean, on the one side, you're probably quite happy with Tomb Guardians getting stuck in. It's kind of what they do, right? They like the fight. On the
Right.
flip-flop, like, it's actually quite scary getting stuck in when your opponent is BleedingHippy's Chorf team.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, when it's just a buzzsaw, claw, and guard, it's
Yeah.
less enjoyable.
I'd quite like to have seen him maybe even go after Snow with the Mighty Blow tackle Blitzra, but he has other plans. Is he set up for foul? I mean, who left the foul? The dirty player's based.
Yeah, it's
Skelly-
It's a 4+. I'm
yeah,
sure
with a
he'll
reroll,
take
it's
it.
75% dodge, no problem.
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
fine.
that's a knockdown.
Oh, he's okay.
No Mighty Blow on this, but he has followed up. He's really exerting the strength advantage now.
As he should.
Any kind of break here, hello.
Oh.
That's going to help.
Oh, thick skull.
That's. I mean, I think
Cheating.
he's still okay with that stun. I mean, the KO would have been great.
The ball's
stun
wide
was-
open here.
I was gonna say now he needs to get someone over to the other side, and it's completely clogged.
Satek
He
is
can move.
fast.
Oh, he can move a Watik or something.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Satek is fast, boys. Actually, that's kind of still kind of open-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Because you've got break tackle in the bull, so it's not an impossible. It's still probably a 5+, but you know, 3 tackle zones.
Yeah, he's counting on not too much action happening over here on that side of the line.
Yeah, that's a 5+, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess he's
Yeah.
counting on Satek not going down. He does have guard there to make it pretty tough.
Oh, there we go.
That's better.
Yeah.
Blazing speed of the Khemri recovery game.
Takes
I
the
love
one
the way
die.
they walk. Look at the little hands go. "Ooh, ooh, ooh."
Big hit by the dirty player.
Yeah, just oh, hang on. Speaking of big hits, dirty player getting smacked in the face. That's going to free up Happy to target something a little bit more tasty than the dirty player.
Yeah.
What do you target?
Setek, maybe? Yep. It's like Setek.
There's the Dauntless. Nice 6 into the POW with a chain push.
Whoa.
Stand strong, Satek.
That's a terrible spot for that Tomb Guardian, too. Roberta.
Oh god,
You're in
Satek does not stand strong. This, if he can clear these Chorfs, hello Happy, hello Detective Johnson Robertson. Would you like to meet each other?
Uh-oh.
This is just Claw, of course.
Yeah. But I
There's no
think...
might,
No
blood.
stand firm. Yeah.
Now he'll be shuffling around again.
He's trying to find out the best way to negate the Tomb Guardian strength advantage. He's fine. Like I say, with only Claw, even a break there would likely have only been a stun.
Right.
Unless you roll high, unless you high roll, right?
And this is a nice mess already. More than I'd say,
You could
2/3
do-
of both teams are just lumped into this one little chunk. This 3x5 grid.
I mean, did you ever see this going any? This is. Oh, it's a stand firm. It could have been a real push play into pushing Happy into the midst of the Khemri team to murder the hell out of it. But
He could break away here with just White handling that one side. And then everything there is just in this big scrum. And it's like, we'll see you later, I got the ball. You know?
Well, there's break tackle on both bulls, which is always tough to get away from.
he can, yeah. But if he goes through the bull and gets any kind of a break,
Yeah, I just mean the other one can double around in 2 turns.
the question
He
is:
could.
do you want to break away, or do you actually just want to fight Hippy?
No.
'Cause I feel like
No.
he's playing, but I feel like the way he's playing, he does. He's got a juicy, juicy foul on Happy right now. He can, if he goes through this Hobgoblin, pushes Detective Johnson Robertson down, like he has done. Like, he can't put a mark on the bull, sadly, at this point. But you stand to take, he can actually, set up a decent-ish foul on Happy. And if he gets a removal there, that could turn the game on its head. If he doesn't, it could be terrible because everyone is now based. But,
High risk, high reward.
Do we believe in Detective Johnson Robertson on his final day on the force?
He's been doing this
Too
for
old
20
for this
years. He's seen scumbags like you come and go.
Okay, so that's negated the negative assist. It looks like he's going to commit to this, I think.
Yeah.
And I think you have to. Yeah, it's time for Happy to try and shoulder the burden of the incoming damage, because we've been saying stand strong with the Khemri. Is anybody going to give Happy a stand strong? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Right?
Like, a
Love
chain
this.
push play could ruin him right now. But we're going big on this one.
Well, it's like they say, you go big or you go home. We're going to get, what is that, 3 assist foul. Dirty player.
With dirty player. Oh.
Here comes the boot. And
Just a stun, and the ref says, well, have you been paying your dues?
the Policemen's Benevolence Association has grabbed their coffers, bribed the official.
You know what, though? Even with the bribe gone, you foul him again next turn. Like,
Oh, yeah.
There's no question. Like, if he's still there, if you still have that dirty player, you put the boot back to his face next turn. As Hippie, you kind of go, well, you've based a lot of things, so let's punch a lot of things.
One problem here with Khemri is most teams you'd be like, well, they got 5 or 3 turns left. They better start moving the ball. With Khemri, it's like, oh, he's only got 6 turns left. He better start moving the ball.
Clock is
Hippie
ticking.
Not getting the initial breaks off this claw, but that is a stun. Double 6 on the. I bet he's glad it's on the armor, not the injury. Oh boy.
Decay being a feature.
Not a bug.
not a thing. It's decay is life is pain.
I guess the region does help offset.
Not enough. Trust me.
Not enough.
Who's seen enough Khemri in the Evil Queen's getting involved.
Little punch to Wrecking Ball and Raw. That's interesting. Speech typo. Wrecking Ball Ron does just fine. Really pretty uninspiring armor dice for a Claw Mighty Blow team thus far.
They're standing up for now, but how long before they don't?
Mm-hmm.
Well, one more hit.
I mean, every punch must have you wincing if you're McMacky right now.
Here comes Snow on the frenzy hits.
Finds it.
Roll too good.
Uh-oh. Well.
That's okay, that's just a stun. But
And
suddenly, like, there's... This Happy is still exposed, but he's a lot safer than he was.
Yeah, so we'll see a little more canceling, right? We'll see Satek get back up. I guess he can't really cancel Bashful unless he wants to loop someone around to it.
I mean, there's a looping around, and then you remember that you're playing Khemri. There's only so much looping you can do.
Yeah.
Leave a trail of dust.
You've got to remember this team moves like a weather front. They're not rapid. You know, their attack is described as glacial by most coaches.
I like shambling. Shambling's a good adjective for it.
Yeah, well, obviously you've got to remember that the undead team are literally called the Shambling Dead, right? That's their team.
Oh, right, yeah, it was. That's the tabletop name, right?
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see 3 assists with a cancel foul, so 2 assist foul? Or do you think he just runs away from it at this point?
I think he fights. I think he fights this. He's committed. He's got himself in a position where he can take on Evil Queen 4 with the Dacket Mechis and follow up and keep applying that strength. And if the strength is currently going okay for him, because
that ball is... If he takes a foul and gets caught, though, that ball is in a terrible spot.
Well, I would argue that if he's going to blitz through at the wrestler, push or better, shoves him out towards the stunned Never Give Up Ned, and then you probably follow the Tomb Guardian up, and then swing the ball up to where the Tomb Guardian was. You know, maybe he's going further away.
Yeah, he's running away.
That suggests that the apple's getting blitzed.
That which is getting blitzed?
The apple.
Oh, the Apple 3, yeah.
The Apple 3, yeah. Probably
Because
with Wrecking Ball Ron there.
I don't see a world where you leave a cage based against him.
No. So GFI on Wrecking Ball Ron to hit him.
It looks like there's going to be no foul.
Yeah.
Or if there is, it's going to be a negative foul. Hey, that's a knockdown at least.
Negative foul still kill.
Didn't follow. I wish he had.
Yeah, I agree.
I think if you're going to play the game, if you're going to play the fight against Hippie, you need to play the fight.
Oh. There it is.
Ooh.
The dodge out foul.
Is he now? Do you foul
Beautiful.
with no assist and just dirty player, or do you just stand there and just negate Happy's existence?
I could see McMacky taking it.
I think he'll stand there. I think he'll just negate him. Because he's really going for a positioning strat so far.
Oh.
Look like. Or not. He'll
No, he
just
just runs away.
save for another day.
Finesse teams can finesse against Hippie. The problem is, this isn't a finesse team. Yeah, he's going to go straight after Satek with Happy. Oh, he's not, because he failed to jump off.
Oh,
he rolled his roll.
Failed the
yeah.
dauntless.
That was a roller
Doesn't
coaster of
matter.
emotions. Oh.
Oh.
Stack.
Oh, he's okay.
He's
Is he
okay.
okay? Is he okay, though? Because there's a piling on coming.
Oh, that's why we haven't gotten the little screen HUD
Oh,
message.
there it comes. And he's out.
Is he okay?
Boink.
He's not okay. He's not okay, boys. Well, he's kind of okay. He's semi-okay.
He does have 2 babes.
Yeah. Yeah, but he doesn't have Satek right now, which is...
Right.
Trucksbirds described my range of emotions perfectly, I think, there.
Ask not for who the bell tolls. It tolls for Satek.
And
Here's
there
the
goes
dauntless hit.
Roberta.
Hello.
Oh, she's
Gosh,
fine.
Hippy. Right, you know what? And people aren't going to like hearing this because they never like hearing this when this happens, right? But Hippy's actually having really awful dice when it comes to actually doing damage.
Yeah. Sometimes you get those games with Claw,
that's
like
huge, though, right?
Claw's not
wow.
guaranteed, you know?
Okay, that's massive because that was the rookie. That was just the Claw. So that's a big removal for Hippy. Right?
That's your block boy right there.
I think just marking Wrecking Ball Ron there is pretty massive, because that's where the blitz was coming from, I bet, on white this turn.
I mean, what is Crusader going bipolar? What's Crusader got to do with anything? Crusader's not even here.
They just mean in general.
Yeah, Claw did. It's interesting that Claw did nothing on that block, and it was actually Mighty Blow would have got him a Kaz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, trip 6s leading into a 3 on that. Hard to ask for much better.
Grab. How about no?
Just get away from me.
You all go down that way. I'm going to go this way.
Can we get Never Give Up Ned up? Because I feel like even just marking a Hobgoblin with Dirty Play, it's better than waiting for the
There it
Hobgoblin
is.
with Dirty Play to foul you in the face.
I'm guessing a 1 die on white? 1 die blitz?
He could set up a 2 dice, because he can use the ball carrier, and then,
Oh, yeah, he could. That's
The mark,
super
and then-
ballsy.
I mean, maybe. Actually, got a lot of players out of base contact here, so he's all right here right now. As long as he doesn't accidentally push Sleepy back onto Ned, which would be a terrible decision. I don't think it's the kind of decision McMackie's going to make. It would be an awful choice.
No, he's pushing Evil Queen.
Yeah, he's trying to get the detective up in the mix for this hit on the bull. Oh no, he was hitting with the detective. Never mind.
Yeah, the Tomb Guardian showed up.
Yeah.
Roberta the Blockette. What a name.
An institution, the Blockheads.
Oh, he's not even going to blitz. He's just going to let it slide.
You know what? I don't hate that, though.
Mm-mm.
It's going to make for a pretty exciting last few turns here, because he's got quite a bit of ground to cover. Though he does have a big pile of Chorfs kind of in his wake.
I think Hippie just gets in front at this point. Like,
Yep.
what are you going to do?
Well, he gets it. You know, you've got to remember he's Chorfs, right? They've only got little legs. They can try and get in front, but it doesn't mean it's going to work.
Yeah,
Just
well, he's
throw
got
that out.
Sneezy here, and he's got Grumpy. He's got
I
Jump
get
Up
where
on
you-
Happy.
I get where you're coming from, and I hear you, but I'm just saying, like, they're not the best team for wrapping around.
It looks like he did it, though.
There's quite a bit to go through if you're going through them,
Yeah.
and I don't see many good ways around them.
Well, if you
Comes
don't go
jump
through
up.
them, they'd absolutely go through you, right? Oh,
Yeah.
he's gone after the
Uh-oh.
Tomb Guardian, and that's a knockdown. No break again. Double two.
You pile that on, though.
Oh,
He
yeah.
always does. I mean, it's hit.
Yeah.
It's taped down.
Here
Oh,
comes
he's-
the belly bump.
That is fine.
Oh, and he's just a stun.
You've got to say, right, McMacky is absolutely getting the rub of the dice a little bit here. Like, yeah, he's getting knocked down over and over and over again, and yeah, it's really causing him positional issues. Like, he's in a really bad spot right now.
But he's still got a lot of guys, which
But he's
you
got
wouldn't think be
he's
the
got-
case.
Yeah, there's 2 guys who've gone off the pitch, and they're both KOs. That is mahusive.
That's really as good.
Sieve?
That's what all the kids are saying.
Okay.
It's about as good as he could ask for, honestly. And he might have a
guess.
cutback opportunity
Oh.
here.
Hello.
That's spicy.
That's really spicy.
Oh, he doesn't have many more
You
options.
see, you said to bold follow, but I think it's a mandatory follow. He needs to set himself up for actually doing anything moving forwards because he needs to tie these players down.
So what do you think you see here? You see the Bone Man come through and hit Sleepy
I'm going
to
to be
clear
honest.
a little path?
I see almost nothing. Like, I see almost nothing for poor old Mackie here, but he sees something.
Well, he could shift over to the right side by Never Give Up Ned and free Never Give Up Ned, and
Yeah, the
looks like
backside's
he's-
his
some
problem.
coverage.
He looks like you send the ball towards the Tomb Guardian. He might... If we can get some Agi 2 dodging going on, we might actually be in a great player.
He doesn't have to dodge. He could just move the ball around, and then he could kind of screen with Never Give Up Ned.
I thought he was
I-
going to hand off to the other thrower there. Because if he had knocked off with the Tomb Guardian, he could have run through on a GFI handed
now
to
hear
him.
me out. Hear me out. Maybe we're not going to see a handoff to the thrower. Maybe we're going to see a handoff in true Haringzord fashion to Never Give Up Ned.
No.
Yeah, baby.
You know what? You say no, but your heart says yes.
It's true, but I'm just not seeing it.
I mean, it's not out of character.
I could see him moving the Never Give Up Ned up and then just GFIing all the way over.
No, genuinely, what he probably does is he marks the dirty player with the
Yeah.
Tomb Guardian. He uses
Exactly.
rolls more than normals as the bottom corner of the cage and hands off to the other thrower, and then has to force a dodge plus a GFI with Wrecking Ball Ron into making a 3-corner cage.
Why wouldn't he just take the GFIs and get behind him?
He could do that.
Yeah, that seems safer.
I want it to be fancy.
Yeah,
And also,
no, I hear you.
You know what it was, right? What I really want from life, he can't really do it because he had to walk around, so he didn't have the range. My heart really wants to see Strong Arm Tommy get a touchdown.
Oh. What?
A little uphill into both down, so they're not going anywhere. Leaving
Yeah,
that
you
opportunity.
don't allow the chain push here.
No.
Or maybe you do and say, well, either my bull's going to be free to sack the ball, or there we go, dodge. He's so good. This skeleton's so good.
I'm surprised he didn't dodge the
Oh well, he's not
Blitz Raw and instead of
minus
taking that
move.
2-die uphill.
actually killing him here, by the way.
Well, he's got the little... No, he still has a diagonal path through. So I think we're going to see a hit on the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more GFI might have closed that up.
Oh,
We did it.
what were you saying?
Yeah. I'm about 2 seconds behind you guys, maybe 1.
Okay, well we'll try and not spoil.
No worries.
I mean,
I'm just
he
letting you
can negate assists and final 1-dice with wrestle at this point, which is quite scary.
Yeah.
It's super easy play. You swing Bashful around into the gap, 1, 2, 3, 4, GFI between the gap between the wrestler and the dirty player,
Oh,
and then you run Evil Queen. Hello. Ooh.
Little
Shin
shoulder
bite.
bump from the apple.
Right. Or we could even see a break tackle through. No, you can't. Yeah, you can if you clear this. With a knockdown
yeah.
here, he can break tackle
Yeah.
on the ball for a 2-dice. And that would be a 2-dice into a 1-dice as well. Stop taking random blocks. If you roll a double skulls, you do the ball action, hippie. It upsets me so much, right? Yeah, it's super nice getting a random Kaz on this Tomb Guardian, yeah. But if you roll a double skulls and then get the random Kaz, like after burning your roll, and then you get double push into a skull because you got 2 dice into 1 dice, like
That's annoying, right?
Yeah.
There's the old push skull.
Well, that could lose you the game, right? Because that allows a score that you could have stopped.
Yep.
Bloody greedy bash. This is what I mean, right? When I said sloppy, this is what I mean.
Yeah, you take the power play first.
It really has, Troxbirds. You're 100% correct. You're 1,000% correct. And it just upsets me because we're going to see a coach lose a game based on like.
Oh, he's not taking the blitz.
Oh, that's a
Okay.
surprise.
What's going on?
Why?
Maybe he didn't
Yeah.
like that he didn't have tackle
I
for the
mean,
hit.
He's
So?
got no tackle. He's
No, I'm
Yeah.
just
no,
hypothesizing.
not Johnson Robertson. No,
What are we doing?
we're killing the dirty player because it's his final day on the force. He's
What?
living for the memes right now. Oh, he's not piling
Oh
on.
my
It's fine.
gosh.
What a
Detective
boss.
Robertson is leaving on his own terms. No one's going to force him into early retirement.
What a beast! This
Oh,
dirty player
boy.
skeleton was quickly get him. Someone in chat, please go to the Superstar Shootout. See if they're allowed Khemri skeletons and nominate and move busted dirty player.
Move Buzz a dirty player. He's beautiful.
Please do. He's so good. He's terrible, but he's so good.
Let's take odds on who gets the MVP out of this game.
No, he's
Saying
gonna
Detective
die.
Roberts.
If he's going to get the MVP, he's going to die first. Wondrous Magnet,
Mhm.
you're a beast. Thank you. Hooking a brother up right there.
All right.
Let's peace out.
There's the lead block from the old Dust Bunny.
And he's got to
Khemri.
dodge strong arm Sammy here.
Is he not
Khemri,
marking up
deploy.
the other hop? Just gonna stand there.
No, he's gonna move forward. He's just figuring out where to go.
It's not
There's
bad what
nowhere's-
he did. If
Nowhere's really good.
it works out, Aldar, but it might not work out. We never know.
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked the shot on ball while you had it, personally. Oh, it's up the pitch. He's going to sideline Cage, I think.
Well, he'll at least sideline back corner. Getting anyone else over there to help is going to be
Up
a
on
bit
the
of a feat.
14. Oh, he's
Yeah.
not on the 14. He's going all the way.
Well, if this dodge fails, that's a better spot.
It's true.
Yeah.
I don't disagree. Stand up, Detective
Oh.
Johnson Robertson.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
These Khemri are elf-like today. They're like,
Seriously,
what is
man.
this? What was that?
Yeah.
That's not screening. That's
What
not
are
how screening works. Hang on. You know what we were about to see? Oh, he's too old for this, boys. And he's going to do it.
He's going to
Yeah.
make that dodge.
And the crowd are going to erupt. The
Dodge
crowd
double
are gonna
GFI.
erupt. The dodge double GFI from Detective Johnson Robertson.
You know what I don't like is he's got Roberta just down here, still
Yeah.
doing nothing.
Oh,
Like-
that's not how you dodge.
75%.
Oh,
Not enough percentages.
Oh, flaw. He's fine.
Yeah, you'd think Roberto would have got the back corner of that bull there.
yeah, right.
Just to make him do
That's a
something.
Free, yeah.
He can surf this, by the by. Like, that's going to make it harder because you kind of needed the bull to do it with the strength. But he could have surfed this with a lot of dice.
Chorfs says, look at me go.
He might uphill surf this, actually.
I mean, it's a wrestle tackle piece, right? Is it an
Not
uphill?
safe, but it's-
Or is it a one die?
Oh, with the guard coming in, it's a one die now.
Yeah. Oh, he's
But that's-
coming around the top side. That's
That's
There it
better.
is. Oh.
That's not what it is. 1 and 9.
There he got
Has to reroll. Finds the push.
into the
This is-
push.
See you later.
This is grim. I don't like that play. Like the extra square up. I didn't like that, man. And I know you might be looking at it and go, well, you're just looking at results, but I'm not. I was looking at the fact that you left the ball blockable.
No problem. Now he just has to run over, grab that ball, and score
I mean, with who?
in one turn.
You pick it up with the apple and you pass it to Snow, right? Oh, bollocks.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, eat it. No, he's fine. Can anyone on the Khemri team get to this ball?
Can anyone...
Ugh.
Can
I guess
anyone
there is
actually
one
reach the
meaningful removal in this game, which is King Punchy taking that KO early, or midway through the half. But otherwise, this is a very gentle, nurturing game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, both teams basically assuming the KOs come back on 2 pluses, which is a fair chance.
Yeah.
Like, both teams are looking pretty intact for the second half.
Of course, that's where it all unravels, is right on this turn and the next one, as soon as we say it. Last night I was playing this guy, and he was kept rolling push after push after push against Stand Firm, and he was complaining about it. And I was like, I'm not going to even acknowledge what you're saying, because the second I do, you're going to start rolling pows. And then I acknowledged it.
Well, he rerolls. He's gone for the hit here for no damage. I mean, it's a Chorf, right? I don't necessarily think you were expecting damage. What I would like to see is, I would have liked to have seen, is to try to clear up, say, the apple with Dakit Mekis, and then a big old foul with Hug giving Huey onto this Bull Centaur. But we're not going to see that because he's moved. If I don't think I'd have followed, being honest. I think I'd have stayed there, applied the guard, so that Wrecking Ball Ron could have done it, and then he could have got awarded. What are you doing? Stop punching AV9!
I'm super confused on all of
Kill
this.
the Hobbs!
Yes.
Right, you're now going...
I guess he's going to take this GFI foul, maybe?
He's not. Because, I mean, he might foul the Rookie Claw.
He is.
It's awful.
Detective Johnson on the case.
Well, not so much.
Foul play. He survives! He lives! He can't die!
He can only be held back by bureaucrats.
Like, you know, with some of the play line choices that I've seen from McMacky, I would have maybe suggested that there was a little bit of tilt showing, but the crazy thing is, there's no reason to tilt. Like, you're doing well. You're surviving. You're okay. You didn't score, which is rough, but, like, he's made some crazy decisions that I don't necessarily expect from a coach of McMacky's caliber.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think sometimes you're just trying to make something happen. Maybe begin forcing it a little bit. Maybe that's what he's running into here.
Yeah, but he could have made better things happen. He could have fouled Snow with a really good foul.
It's true.
Dauntless Phil. One dice.
Doesn't matter.
All he needs.
I mean, he's not going to surf it, but he is going to get the free surf on Strong Arm Sammy, who is fine.
Oh,
he's killed.
Yeah.
It's sort of fine.
Sort of.
They're going to pour some Bloodweiser in his gullet. It'll pour right out the bottom, and he'll be right back in this game.
It is staggering how little damage Hippie has inflicted. Like,
yeah, it's nuts.
Like, to walk through an entire half against Hippie and take such little incoming damage. Oh, well.
Oh.
Like saying that. That was a huge regen.
Big regen. It turns out Hobgoblin toenails are the only thing that are able to pierce some armor today.
I felt like I cursed him by talking about how he hadn't taken any damage against Kaz.
To be fair, we've been saying it for a minute.
Oh, wow. Sorry, I'm a little bit ahead. Yeah,
that's not great.
It's unfortunate.
That's his best Tomb Guardian.
Apparently bringing the skunky kegs of Bloodweiser to the game. The babes are letting their customers down.
He did get Setek back.
Yeah, but he didn't get his best Tomb Guardian.
Yeah.
Arguably best player.
I have to say, I feel like this is all Hippie from here.
Yeah.
Like, all he has to do is do a drive down the pitch and score within about 7 or 8 turns. And
I think not strategically hitting Hobgoblins was a huge mistake on that drive.
Yeah, you know what, right? Whenever I play against like Chorfs or Nurgle or teams like that, you've got to aim for the low armored players. If you try and focus down the AV9 with regen, or the AV9 without regen in Hippie's case, you just have a bad time. Like every single time he hit a Chorf, I was looking going, but there was a Hob.
Yeah,
that you could have mighty blood.
You don't have Claw, you know.
You know what? I think it will, Wolfram Ajax. He doesn't need casualties to score. He's got the ball, and he's got a team that is capable of putting it in the end zone if he needs it. He could roll probably pushes and knockdowns that don't break armor for this entire drive and score fairly likely, I would argue. It's only if he starts rolling lots of skulls, that's the problem.
Yeah, if he can manage to not get too bogged down, he has a couple different pieces that can really get him to the end zone. Both bulls are dodge break tackle pieces. And he's got this Agi Hob, of course, the Huntsman. So he has a lot of offensive options to score. And if anything, he needs to find a way to stall and still be able to score successfully. Because McMacky will coast-to-coast you.
No, absolutely. Troop's absolutely correct. Like, all of the hobgoblins that he had, they're the fastest players on the team, now, other than the bull, right?
Yep.
So the hobs absolutely gave him the maneuverability to attack the ball and slow the ball down and eventually stop the ball. If it's all blockers and there's no hobs to assist them, suddenly actually getting 2 dice on Tomb Guardians becomes harder. You know, maneuvering to catch the Khemri swing play that he made is harder. Everything gets more difficult if you don't have hobgoblins on the field. And McMacky hasn't respected that necessarily.
Well, sometimes you just see that big neon claw sign, right? And
or you
don't see anything
think
else.
Like, God, if I could just remove this guy, this game is going to go so into my favor.
If I can get that one valuable piece,
yeah, but
the
then
dominoes
it's
are going to
89
fall.
and- yeah. Meh.
All right, nice, broad, strong boy setup.
Superfed is getting a bit sassy again in chat. If you haven't listened to the podcast yet from last night, that's a nice reroll for Mackie. That helps a little bit in overtime format. But yeah, if you haven't listened to the podcast last night, there was a certain amount of sass presented by Superfed.
No. Well, and there's our first injury of the game that sticks. Oh, wait, we don't know if it sticks. It did stick.
That sticks. If you get he kind of falls over real fast if it doesn't stick. Oh, profile. That's good. But I kind of said that on the ride in Fed as well. You know, you're not the first person to claim it around this.
Tavardi is fed?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Sassy Fed.
Oh, that's the sassy account? Oh, no, Calcium Carl. Going back to his homeland.
Hey, remember
Land
when
of the dead.
we said those 5 SPP skeletons needed to step up? Well, one of them has died, and the other one is badly hurt for the rest of the game. So unless he gets an MVP, he ain't getting it.
So the opposite of stepping up.
Like, this is exactly what Hippy needed on his drive. Oh, I'm just going to Kaz everything, right? Like, team explodes, and there's no one in the way to stop the score. Hello.
No one in the way to even slow this line of Chorfs down.
Well, the dice were going to take a turn eventually, and I mean, there's not a worse time, there's not a better time for it to happen than Hippy's offensive drive, where everyone lines up on the LOS and lets you punch them in the teeth. And I think we might even be seeing a foul going on a hug giving Huey, and I don't think I'd hate it when you're up 2 men on the pitch.
No, I'm for it.
You've got a bench, right? You've got another dirty player on the bench. Yes, there could be better fouls later on, but if you can just keep working the numbers...
Yeah, you want to get the snowball going, right? Especially as a murder team. If you can keep dwindling their numbers and keep them from keeping you away from the action, it's just gonna keep going your way. I said keep like 8 times in that sentence.
Keep on.
Keep on, keeping on. Keep on running the ball, playing some Blood Bowl. All right, McMacky is mulling over what to do. The picture's a little bleaker than it was maybe 2 minutes ago.
It's grim for the Khemri.
Keep talking, Rusty. Just keep saying words.
It's the Grimry. I got all the good words.
Yeah.
Griminest.
It's Grim Time in Grimtown.
I don't know what Mackie has left other than... I don't even know if he moves this turn. I think he might just stand here and go, sprint at me, little Chorfies, and make them actually like GFI to base you. Because they can't hit you into this turn. Well, now they can. Where are you off, buddy?
Into the blender.
Remember me? I volunteer as tribute, and he's seen the Hunger Games, and he's like, I can do this. It's no problem.
It's possible, too, he's ready to play a different team. And he's like, This is
You
how
know
I'm
what?
gonna go
He
out.
didn't score
hell
my
with
drive.
him.
I'm bored of this Khemri nonsense. I want a team
Yeah.
with agility and movement that can beat Rusty, like elves.
Yeah. Who doesn't? Who doesn't want to play elves?
I don't know. He was all right. I think he could have stood off for another turn and just slowed the play down and tried to just. I don't know.
You know, I've struggled with that every once in a while too, though, where staying in exactly the position my team was in is probably the right move. But then, I feel like I should do something. I feel like I should move someone around. Let me just shift everyone over one square to the right.
All he's done is moved himself into a position where he can get blitzed by something that's better than a bull.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because right then, all that could hit him with bull centaurs, and they don't even have mighty blow. Whereas now he can take a claw pomp, and I just feel like, why are you doing that to yourself? He's trying to bring him into a brawl, and it's a brawl Hippie now wants because Hippie's up 2 men already.
Hey.
Hello, look at these skeletons, man. These skeletons are incredible.
The daintiest bones.
Well, you see, the bones are hollow, which is why they're every 7, but
Yeah.
it makes them light, so they're aerodynamic when they move.
Like a Boyd.
I was like, what? Oh, I get it. I understood that reference.
Yeah. All right. Well, here comes everybody to mark up and pick their punch.
I think we're seeing a Satek attack. Yeah, he's gone for Satek. And I don't hate that because, as someone in chat suggested, like the one of 2 ways in is either he kills Hippie's entire team, which, good luck,
Not going so well. Yeah.
or Satek break tackles into the cage or something, or through a screen, or otherwise, exploits a positional weakness. But if Satek is dead, like, he can't do that. I mean, Satek is he's already dead, I suppose, but you know where I'm going.
Deader.
Pro fail on Mr. Satek. He does get a mass of players over on this I guess for him, the right side of the field. And Khemri are pretty close to getting bottled up.
I don't hate Hippie going for Satek. I think he is one of the highest value targets currently on the pitch, if not the highest, because of that break tackle, juggernaut,
Block.
strip ball comp. Currently the ball is in the hands of a Sure Hanser, but if you get it down once and then Satek lives to tell his tale afterwards, like next time, if you've got to carry on someone else because he gets injured or KO'd or whatever, like suddenly it's actually really good because those hands, not so sure. Superfed thinks there's a route to the ball.
Kind of. There kind of is.
I'm not seeing it.
It's not a good one.
It comes to punch, gets the pow.
He's still hitting the AV. I mean, to be fair, the AV7 not really
The
exploding.
8 is hard to get to. Yeah.
He does quite well at protecting the AV8. I mean, he's going to hit it with a Tomb Guardian, which I think I like.
Yep.
Unfortunately, not one of his Mighty Blow Tomb Guardians.
He could have always hit the AV9 with the Tomb Guardian and then blitzed the AV8 with the Mighty Blow, which I think I would have preferred in that order.
Should probably stand up Strong Arm Sammy at some point.
Yeah, there is, as Wolf Ramjack says, there's generally always a route to the ball. Whether the route is a good route or a bad route is determined by exactly how many squares you move before you block.
Yeah, no, I don't think I was trying to imply that there are no empty squares between a Khemri and the ball. But man, not many good ones.
Yeah, they're not war dances, is what we're trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's got a pile of skeletons to pour through here. But I don't even know what you do with these guys on the right. You're just going to continue to pitch control. Oh, that's not great.
You reroll that. Oh,
You have
Yeah,
to.
that's not what you want.
1,000% of the time. I mean, you got an extra reroll, so that's okay.
That was your one. That was your freebie.
So he's pushing him, saying, "You should hit Setek again. He's over here. I'll push you by him. I'll free you up. You're welcome."
You know
Go
what I've
nuts.
heard? If Grumpy palms the text, I could foul Grumpy, who's AV8. That would be terrible.
Man, how many legends on this team? Happy,
2.
Grumpy. That's all of them.
Yeah, but they're really good,
They're
and they're both
quite
hiding.
nice.
Like, I don't know. Maybe they heard there was a bounty on Chorfs this season and have decided to play Meek. Where are you going, Hippie?
He's buying some time.
That guy doesn't know where he's going. It snows all over the map.
See, here's your strategy, just in reverse. He's going after the skeletons to get those numbers down.
Hey, wrestle, baby.
King of skills.
Actually, really good because, Hippie didn't move anywhere forwards, and now he's actually got a player on the ground. You're not going to foul him. You're down men, but you've got a player on the ground. That's
See, I'm used to watching a Robbie where he voluntarily puts half his team on the ground every turn.
Mm-hmm. You got a KO? Well, I better pile that on.
Yeah, baby. Do it with the bull. I remember
Now,
the
he
first
could
time
flood the ball here. He could blitz Dopey and flood that ball.
Well, you say flood. It's kind of a triple.
ooze. Could ooze onto the ball.
He could goop into him. Yeah.
You could throw like 2 players on the ball. Man. That's not a flood. Like the stand firm guy can get on it, I guess. That'd be nice. But the ball's AG4, all right? Like that's not difficult. It's not,
It's saying you need to make a decision is basically all it's doing.
Yeah, but I think the decision is, all right, I'll just punch you, because that's Hippie's first thought process is I'm going to bang on you and you're not going to like it.
Right.
And you know what? It works. Like it's worked for him. He's got this far and he's won the Super Bowl once. It does kind of dictate the blitz, as Superfed keeps saying in chat, and I will credit Superfed with being right. Sometimes. Don't quote me.
Lots of meticulous positioning. Bones rattling around the field. Not a lot of punches.
No, he's not going for it. He's going for the AV8? No, that's AV9.
That's an AV9 one, yeah. At least it's Mighty Blow on him. Hey! Slaps him.
Meh.
And he jiggles his marbles. And probably about it.
Shakes him up a bit. But, I think Mackey's strategy here is I'm going to play for overtime. And that's terrifying. But, I genuinely think that's where we're going with this line of play is choke it up, slow it down, get in the way, and pray that he can't break out with the IG4 guy without exposing him to a Satek attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then sort of pray that you get the roll, or the coin flip.
By the by, it feels incredible to say. Satek attack.
It's attack.
Say it. Go on, you want to. Say it. Everyone at home is saying it, and they're like, yeah, that feels good. It feels good to say it.
It's attack. You can see Hug giving Huey, making that dodge.
Yeah.
I bet we do.
Well, no.
Well, maybe we don't. But Claw,
Oh,
probably less dangerous. I mean, not less dangerous than the Claw guy, but,
I would say substantially less dangerous.
He protect, he attack, but most importantly, he's attack. I think was where you wanted to go, Superfed, but, I'll give you it.
I kind of like the swarm here by Hippie, because you got all these Tomb Guardians all close together now. And no break tackle in the bunch. So you can bog him down, you can move pretty much freely.
Well, he does have those 2 Blitz Raws in the back.
But on the far side of the field.
But on the far side, yeah. He could move Snow around.
He's gonna outpace him. He's going for Hippie's going for his left, and and I like this playline a lot. I think Hippie's seen the break free, and he's just going wild right now.
Well, and with only 5 turns remaining, reasonably good chance that it's going to be very, very difficult for the Khemri to respond if he scores even on the next turn here.
There is a 6+ dodge though on the ball. Because Dopey doesn't have guards. If you can mark him up, you can 6+. Whoa!
Hey!
Alberta.
Oh! Casualty 5 and 2. That's not good. Pray for regen, because that's a niggle. Ouch!
Oh, Roberta should have stayed on the ground.
Oh, Roberta. I mean, this is what this team does, right? They go, hey, you. I don't like you. I ain't gonna kill you. And that's what they did. Because a Niggle Tomb Guardian, I mean, you probably keep them with Guard and Mighty Blow, but how long for?
Yeah, now a lot of not great choices for McMacky and the Khemri.
I feel like we might be approaching done status.
Yep.
There's 3 removals this half already. He's done 0 damage to Hippie, like no damage at all. I could suggest that potentially part of that is because he's not going with the Wrecking Ball run and piling on a lot, and he is attacking AV9 and
The wrong players. Yeah. He's hitting the wrong dudes.
I think this hasn't been McMacky's usually inspired playstyle, and that's sad to see. Playing a team like Hippies can get in your head though, right? Because every single choice you make, you ask yourself, am I about to get a good player killed, or a player killed, or a player I care about killed, and a player that could otherwise win me the match somewhere else if they're still alive.
Well, we've seen a fair bit of coaches get pretty tight compared to their usual play styles in the playoffs this year. So I'm wondering if a little bit of that's what's happening to him.
I'd like to see him go for a big old palm on one of these Bull Centaurs to really kind of try and even out the numbers somewhat. Well, not even it out, just try and remove one of the big players.
I think he has to, because he has to swing that direction.
It does look like he might be attacking white. Attack on Whiteton?
I'll be right back, gentlemen.
Was that too
yeah, you made him go away with that joke.
Jesus, if that's all
ran for the heel
hours ago.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh, you idiot.
The old Tomb Guardian GFIs. Gets it on a reroll.
It's those big socks, man. If you look at the big socks, they get caught up.
Yeah, they don't look very supportive. They don't look like they hold together too well. That is a push skull, which is certainly not who he's... Or, is he chaining?
No, he's not chaining. He's trying to get this big boy out of the way. And the reason he's trying to get the big boy out of the way is... No, that's not... If he should have pushed... If he was going to do what I thought he was going to do...
Push him down in diagonal.
Diagonal, he could have went through for a cheeky one dice. But now he can't. Now he's going with this, and that's not the one.
Yuck.
I really wish he had Juggernaut instead of Grab. Like, a
yeah.
lot.
Maybe he was getting sick of sidesteps.
Or he was going for like the surf pitch control kind of play, which I like on Khemri, but I really like Juggernaut on blitzers.
Yeah. Same. Alright, so I guess we'll see Satek and the Bone Man swing around, try to get as close to in front as they're capable. He kind of just blocked his route a little. No, I guess he didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I like Hippie as well. Is being really smart about how far away he stays from Satek. Like every time, he's been keeping Satek at arm's length, and yeah, that's smart. Like we say, if he is the opponent's only route back into the game, don't let him get near the ball. Speaking of letting people get near the ball, when's Lady Killjoy playing?
Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum.
Womp.
I don't see it's on. I don't think it's on the calendar yet. I can check really quick.
Yeah, here comes the Bone Man swinging out front.
Ornan versus Fiction tomorrow.
Oh, that should be a game.
That'll be fun. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a rivalry coming out of Rel 1. That one.
Yeah, I don't see anybody's picked that up. That's weird. And then Ginny's Sugar Daddies versus Archangel's Will, Tuesday at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I guess maybe now it's Mountain Daylight Time.
And
Stupid
Lino League
daylight
playoffs
savings.
tomorrow night.
I'm sorry. What is this mountain time nonsense all about? Like where?
It's GMT -7.
I know,
although
but
I
it's
think
just
it moves
such a
to
silly
8.
time zone, right? And I know I upset people every time I say this, but come on, it's a silly time zone.
It's in the
Why is it
mountains.
a silly? Yeah, man, it's mountain time, baby.
It's
It's
mountain
time for mountains. Yeah.
Never seen time.
Exactly. I don't see a problem with that.
He's forced
go.
retreat.
He's. I don't know if that.
That's an
Well,
interesting.
Mackey's got 2 dudes down there, and he's so tied up in the center field back here that it
Yeah,
makes sense.
Metal is squarely in solid UTC. Just, oh,
never give up,
Oh.
Ned.
He's not going
Just
to give
gave
up
up.
yet, though, because that was a regeneration.
That's how we got the name.
Yeah, he doesn't give up, man. Fine.
So we are down to 3 turns after this one for the Chorfs.
Oh, stuff is hotting up in the other match. Oh. I have it on my iPad. So, hello. There's a world, right? There's a world where we can actually see an attack on the ball carrier with a wrestler. If you're willing to roll spicy dicey.
So it's a 6 to the ball. No,
No, it isn't.
No, you
because
go out
have
sideways.
Dacket thingy.
Mechis.
Well, I
Yeah.
suppose there is guard in play, so it's a 1 dice.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, the guy back here.
He needs to bring a player up to mark. This is going to sound terrifying. He needs to bring a player up to mark Happy, or wrap one around the front to mark Dopey, which is I think GFIs 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it's more than GFIs. More than you'd have to cut the corner, which I don't like. Yeah, you mark Happy, your Juan dice, Dopey, and pray for a 5+. You get the 5+. You can 1 dice dodge out to where Dopey currently is, with Hug giving Huey, and then you move upwards and give the Huntsman a hug.
Isn't it 2 dice from rolls more than normals onto Grumpy?
No, Wolframmerjacks. I don't want people outside the easiest time zone to get it together. What I want people to do is stop using obscure references like Eastern or Mountain or Australian or whatever.
Central.
Just use UTC. There's a reason UTC was invented. Is because everyone is plus or minus X from UTC.
See,
Just
all these
use UTC.
Europeans trying to tell us how to do it.
Yeah.
We're going to use our
I think
Imperial
just-
and like it.
You know what, right? You can say what you like, but I'm not wrong. Like, there's a reason people invented UTC, and it's because it's good and smart and easy.
I don't like those things.
And lame. UTC.
So it would be it'd be 2100 tomorrow. UTC is when.
Well, how hard
Fiction
is that, right? Like, ooh, that was.
That sounds like
you
fascist time to me.
You take a time, you look at your plus or minus, and apply it to the time, and go, ooh, I know what time it is.
Is it what time? Is it hammer time?
It's always hammer time, baby. No.
All right, McMacky weighing up his. Also, tech mark in the back of the bull. Does that mean we're going to see a hit? It sure does. Rolls the pows. Gets the chain push
Huh.
on the wrecking ball.
I think you push that Tomb Guardian up.
I think he's going to get the hit because then he can.
Hang on. If UTC is so good, why hasn't there been a UTC 2? Because you don't need one. That's why it's so good.
What's a UTC 2? I don't even know what that would be.
It's the sequel.
Now with more numbers.
UTC the tuning. Oh, finally he's hit a hob. If this hob dies, we're utterly justified in everything we've said all game, by the way.
That is correct.
Hello. Oh, he's still-
Yep.
Ops out of the stand firm. Oh, and look at the grab coming in handy.
Is it coming in handy? I don't know.
I don't know. It's giving them options.
Is it particularly useful? I mean, yeah, you get a choice, but is it a good? Is any choice good when you're throwing a claw on?
Yeah, I think that's what I would have done. Cause
Wow. You know what, right? Harringzod just sent me a picture of his double setup. He's got a TV with one game on. He's got his PC with our game on. And he's got a copy of Pandemic Legacy on the table and a smoking pipe. What a guy. Harringzod is such a G, right?
Pandemic Legacy, like the game about infections and stuff.
Yeah.
Diseases. Whatever. Medicine. I only play games with punching. Can you punch in that game?
You could punch the game, I guess.
That's true.
Ooh, that's a huge sustain in that block from Satek, because Hippie now has to kind of bring Sleepy into... Yeah, he needs to find a way to block Satek, because Satek has the attack on a Huntsman right now.
Mm-hmm.
And he can even, just to be cheeky, ignore Juggernaut, because why not? Actually, that push on the bull was really good. That helped a lot.
Yeah, getting the bull to cover the top side there, because otherwise he was off to the race. Might still be, though. There's probably some chain push opportunity in here somewhere.
I would argue the other thing is more than spicy right
now. Oh. All right.
He's coming.
Yeah, I like
that's
that.
Not, is that good enough? That's probably good enough.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah, no, that's good.
That fills up the back slot.
He has to GFI, I think. Yeah, that was a great GFI. That was
That's
exactly
a nice play.
what that Satek is. Actually, I see the player. No, I don't. No, I do, but it's awful. Like, you're back in the realm of dodging, right? He needs to, first of all, Dakit Mekis goes through Dopey, right? And he needs a knockdown. He then dodges Hug giving Huey out, double GFIs under the bull. He then puts Bone Man in the gap between Satek the bull and the Evil Queen. And then using Strong Arm Sammy, punches the bull to push Satek forwards. And then it's you're doing break tackle 3+ into a 4+ into a 2 dice on the ball.
Couldn't you just punch down Bashful and then dodge out with Hug giving Huey and run around Blitz for 1 die with Wrestle?
You could do that, but you know why? You've got to also knock down a stand firm, dude.
Yeah.
You know why have you got to
with
make it
1
easy?
die?
That's the 2 dice.
Is it?
You're using.
Oh yeah.
5 play.
Well, yeah. Dopey doesn't have guard. Right.
Happy doesn't have guard either.
Just has every other skill in the game.
What does he have? Everything but guard.
Yeah.
Who needs it? That's what the other chumps are for. Well, McMackie's fate certainly relies on what his dice get right here and now.
Yeah, stupid. I was doing the Cheese X play, and everyone went, "But there's just a wrestle guy that you can free with 1 block," and I was like, "Oh, I feel stupid." Why you do this to me? But it has to be a knockdown, which is massive. Like, you ask for a knockdown on a, because he's not going to let you push him. You stand firm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, then you're in like 5+, 4+ territory, which is terrifying.
I guess too, you could just stand that guy up and then blitz Evil Queen out with 1 die, or with Setek, blitz out Setek, 2 dice on Evil Queen, and then you could get in front.
Yeah, but that's all that really happens then is you get murdered.
Yeah, it's not great.
I mean,
especially with those 2 break tackle pieces right there. It's meh. How about this? You 2 die Evil queen and hope for the knockdown, and then you can blitz the ball with the Bone Man with some GFIs.
I mean, I think you got to get some bodies in front of the ball here, one way or the other, and I don't see a lot of better options.
No, this is grim. The grimmest times.
It's not the grimmest. If you get the pow or the stumbles, like on Bashful, like it's all right. It's good. It's not that grim. It's a 4+ dodge into a single GFI into a 1 dice with wrestling. That's okay. That's like a 50-50 chance of a knockdown once you actually get the dodge and the GFI. That's okay.
Yep.
Just do it, Mackie. Pull the trigger.
So, yeah, it's been 3.5 minutes with nothing. You stood
Of course,
up one
if
guy.
you find the POW,
He's just doing his math.
you've got to pray for a removal.
Oh.
Of the huntsman.
Or is it possible we had a pause here? Nope.
He's just got. He's got. That's okay. Juggernaut doesn't. Oh.
Oh.
Hello.
Gets him
There
out of
we
the
go.
square.
And
That's
he can
actually
still
him.
break tackle out.
Yeah. That's okay for him. Like Juggernaut's a really good skill, by the by. And it
I
turns
wonder
out
if he's,
Hobgoblins. Can we feel justified for a moment?
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder if he realized that he should have been punching them this whole time.
He can also get a second assist in here from if he's willing to do GFIs with this mighty blood, or he
I
could
think
just
he
leave him as a
is.
safety.
I think he has to.
Oh, that's not what you want.
Nope.
But you got to
There
roll
you
that.
go.
That's better.
He gets that pow.
No damage yet again. Mind you, once again, punching every 9 is almost a fool's errand. Thick skull
Yeah.
is thick.
All right. Turn 15. 2 GFIs from the end zone.
Well, you don't really want to score this time. Oh,
Oh, Wrecking Ball.
Run.
Oof.
Spoiler, regen's really good. No animation, dude. Hey, I don't know if you've got a sub alert, but you've got a sub.
So it's interesting. You look at the first half, and we had a completely empty Kaz box for the most part, other than a couple KOs. Regen was not a factor.
That's big. That's
a big one.
That stun on stack is big. Rusty, say thank you.
Thank you. What'd I do?
Look,
Oh,
chat.
hey! Sace, thanks, man. I'm bad at looking at chat. I get transfixed by the action on the field.
I got you, brother. I got you.
Yeah, I think that's my first sub. Thank you very much, Sace. That's very nice of you.
Do you have a remote yet?
What's a remote?
An emote. A sub
Not
emote.
that I'm aware of.
Like, did you make one?
Not that I'm aware of.
Then you don't. So make one. The man has just paid you money to make one, for God's sake.
Oh, is that what it does? Man, I don't
Yeah.
know any of this. I just make pretty
Yeah.
videos.
You know what? We'll talk about it after the match.
I'm
Yeah,
with
it sounds good.
Rusty. I'm like, oh, I don't know any of this stuff.
I just want to entertain the nice people.
Yeah.
Watch this. See that, and that? Boom, there are my emotes.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
They're
So
a
every time
thing.
someone subscribes, you get one of those, something.
Yeah, you can give him an emote. Hey, it's this side. It is me and Michaels. Michaels is the surfer sounding dude.
Maybe my emote should
The
be
server sounding too.
You know
A
what?
bunch
I
of
can't help
skeletons
it.
laying on the
I
ground.
genuinely liken you to a surfer. Like you just remind me of a surfer.
Okay.
I don't know if it's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
accent or like mentally. That's just where I don't think I can be racist when I say that, but it's what it's like.
well, they do a lot of surfing in mountain time.
It's true. Surfing all day.
Yeah, surfing down them rocks.
Well, technically, snowboarding's a kind of surfing.
Yeah, snow
5+.
surfing. Oh,
That's not the 5+.
Yeah.
he's got the reroll.
6.
got this.
and-
Oh, 4.
Boom.
Wah.
Well, this one's done.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. There is the chance of the 0 reroll Khemri 1-turn.
Or the riot.
Now everyone laugh for a minute, and then we'll move on with the fact that it's done.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah,
Bleeding Hippy didn't think his turn would be up so soon, and then he went to the bathroom, and
Now
he doesn't get
it's-
back in time before his timer runs out.
Now it's all- What if Bleeding Hippy has an aneurysm?
There you go.
He apparently did not.
That got dark quick.
I mean, that's the level we're at, boys.
Yeah, I was just going with potty humor. I wasn't trying to bringing
Yeah.
aneurysms. Actually, I think that's like the third time we said aneurysm today. Or maybe me.
You know what? We're now in a world where the only chance of a non-repeat race Super Bowl is Nurgle, which I'm sure is going to make everyone ecstatic.
Hey, he
Because
gets
people love the
his Tomb Guardian back, so the one turn is on. Is it even possible with 6 movement and this many pieces?
Yes,
Because he's got a frenzy guy. Oh no, he does not have a frenzy guy.
I don't know if it's possible without frenzy.
It's all the dice. I mean, it's a mess.
Yeah, you know what, right? Haringzord once explained how to do a Khemri 1 turn to me. What you do is you set it up for a 2 turn and get a riot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that's how you do a Khemri 1 turn.
Well, it's within the realm of possibility. We are not in a security gate stadium.
It is
See how much-
possible with grab, because then he can use his blitz on the actual ball carrier
Yeah.
instead of having to dodge. But I mean, it's still like so
He's
many
got
dice.
no reroll, and
Yeah.
Rerolls are for cowards.
like, could we start, right? You know what? Because we're expecting this to be done right now, yeah. Because McMacky probably not setting up for a 1 turn.
Not at
and,
all.
It would appear he's punching.
Yeah, he's about to hit those hobs that we've been talking about all game, right? Wouldn't it be really nice to be sitting up to hit some Chorfs about now because you'd removed all the hobs?
Now, this is kind of a Khemri 1 turn by Haringzod's definition, right? He'll have enough people to get downfield and take a shot at it if he does get the riot.
Yeah, this is...
They're at maximum movement range, where they are right now.
Yeah. Riot,
Yeah.
riot. The ball's in the air, it's on the riot.
No. Nope.
Riot.
Quick snap!
No, technically, it's
That
on.
helps.
That helps. He's not set up for it, but that's on. It's on. It's not. Spoiler alert. It's not on.
It's not on. Yeah, it's super not on.
Well, I suppose then congratulations are in order to BleedingHippy. Well played.
Yeah, you know what, right? He kept his head throughout. He played it very... You know what? He didn't do what we were worried he might do and leave himself unnecessarily exposed, which is, a crime in most, civilized countries.
I think
Yeah.
he learned his lesson from the last match.
What happened in the last match? I missed that one.
I think he got like a bunch of hits on the ball, but he still managed to
I
score.
think Cunning Foxpup was
Oh.
count. Cunning Foxpup had something like 11 dice on the ball, and didn't
Single
sack
dice.
it.
Oh.
He had
Yes.
11 dice, 11 chances to knock the ball down, and didn't.
I did
Yeah.
hear about this. I believe I heard about it from Cunning Foxpup in playoff spoilers. He seemed very happy.
Yeah, it would be
Wow.
if Hippie wins, he wouldn't be the first coach to win the Super Bowl twice, but he would be the first team to win it twice, because we did have
Look at
Horny
this.
Cricket. Horny
He's
Cricket.
probably like thinking, man,
Oh,
it's so easy to remove these hobgoblins. What have I been doing?
Yeah, why did I punch these every 9 for the entire game? These guys fall apart.
Yeah.
Foul it. Do it, Mackie. Do it.
I want the bomb.
No. he's
Give me the
going for this
bomb.
weird pass play.
No, he's handing off. To
Uh-huh.
throw, oh my word, he's doing a pass. The reason he's doing it is to level a 15 out of 16 skeleton to probably get tackle.
Hey!
What?
No, hug giving Huey.
Could have been an
Let
elf.
down by rolls more than normals.
And that does it, ladies and gentlemen. Our final score, 0-1 in favor of Snow White and the 6 Chorfs. MVP going to Snow, working his way towards his legend level. Stompy the Great, taking the MVP for the Khemri. Let's take a
Working
whirl.
his way with 52 SPP to go. I mean,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's what, like half a season. No problem. Pretty even blocks, 40 to 49. Obviously, removals in favor of the Chorfs in a situation like that. Pretty even ball possession, 37 to 43. Really, looking at the numbers, you would think that this was a little bit more in hand for the Khemri than it was.
Well, you know what you look at, right? What you look at is the number of breaks.
Right, 16-9. Still
then
within
you
kind of an
go-
acceptable winning threshold,
Yeah,
but I guess
but
the
you know
Khemri
what?
weren't really out of it.
Like those 9 would have been much higher had you been punching hops.
Oh, hey, thank you, Cthulhu, for a bunch of little triangles that are spinning around on the screen there. Whatever those are. I think that's some sort of thing.
We're so good at this.
Yeah.
That is 5 cents.
Oh, man. I'm going to get myself a gummy bear or something.
Well, they won't give it to you in like $100.
Oh. I need 100 cents, and then I get those 5.
$100.
Oh. All right, well, keep them coming, Cthulhu.
Which is a lot more sense.
Yes.
Any other takeaways or things we want to touch on with this?
You know what, right? I really liked like I said, we were worried that Hippie has been playing a little bit sloppy when it comes to allowing attacks on the ball. He played a lot tighter there. He really respected Satek. He kept the ball safe back. He made the right attacks at the right times. I think Hippie was on prime. You know, that's prime Hippie right there. That is Hippie at his best. And if he continues to perform like that, there's a world where we see Snow White and the 6 Chorfs going all the way to the finals again and potentially winning it again.
And becoming the most storied team in the history of REBBL. 2 title holder.
What I would say, Mackie, is you need to punch hobos more. Like, for real.
Yeah.
Like
That should be the
more.
go-to plan, is remove Hobbs.
Yeah, the thing is, right, you can't assume it's over yet, because there's still rounds to go, there's still Blood Bowl to play, there's still dice to throw, and anything can happen. You know, there's some names, and we can't talk about a lot of them, because a lot of them are still under spoiler NDA. But there's also still the Nurgle dream, which is, you know, the chance that Nurgle can go all the way.
I'm hanging on to that.
I mean, and those are 2 very pretty Nurgle teams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as pretty as a Nurgle ever
I'd
get.
like it. I'd like it just because we'd managed 10 seasons with 10 different teams, 10 different races.
Well, I think it's encouraging to people too to see that there's a lot of different ways to skin this cat. That is the REBBL playoffs. There's not one dominant race or team that continually does it over and over and over again.
Have you guys, either of you guys, aware of what is waiting for Snow White and her boys?
No, I did not look at the bracket. What's next?
Oh, for God's sake! I have to do everything around here.
Yeah, baby.
Well, we have to do some things. I mean,
I clicked a lot of buttons.
Yeah.
Harringzord, you're in chat. Tell me who they play next, mate, if you can. Otherwise, I'll tell me it's a spoiler, because otherwise I've got to go find the playoffs. And
Sauce, you're a big name in my heart. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
There's a special
Real
place
power.
for you forever. Right here. In my bosom.
Okay. That got creepy. On
It's
and
either
off. On and off.
on or fiction. Yeah.
Now,
Nice.
I kind of feel like Hippie would prefer Ornan because of all that juicy AV7. And also because... Ooh, yeah, that'd be interesting. Like Harringzord with the stats. That's why he's the man.
He's got it all handy. Got his ledger. Pulling out the numbers. Oh man, how'd that get there?
Yeah. When's the next match, dude?
There's one tomorrow. It's sometime in the afternoon. I can't remember.
Later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. At some
Sometime
point.
tomorrow.
I love how
Tomorrow-ish.
organized the Lyman League is. They know what's going on.
Yeah, we keep it. We keep the ball moving along. Yeah, we set little alarms and we're like, oh no, there's something to do. Yeah, go Lino League. That's right, Cthulhu. I'm with you.
Small biddies.
By the way, I won my playoff game.
I heard. Congratulations, man.
Thanks. It was a complete and utter dicing of Zia Zeta. And
I gotta actually tell you, right? I entirely intended to call it out on the podcast, and then entirely forgot.
oh, what the
When's,
playoff? Yeah, that's cool.
But
When's
I
Rebel
did
Rabble?
entirely plan to call it out. So the thought was there.
Oh, I appreciate it. I think we love all the love down in Lino League. So thank you.
Love the love.
Apparently,
Yeah.
you keep telling me I don't love you enough.
I haven't
Rebel
said that
Rabble.
for like a minute. I'm very
When's Rebel
appreciative. Yeah, when's Rebel
Rebel
Rabble?
Rabble.
Yeah,
Rebel
Rabble,
Rabble.
rabble, rabble,
Rebel
rabble.
Rabble.
Rah, 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 rah. And when's what's the All-Star one where you take the players?
Ooh, Superstar Shootout.
Superstar Shootout, yeah.
That is real soon. That's a date down on the. I put. You know what? I put a flipping post together with like a list of dates, and
Yeah, I read it.
Nobody. Oh, for God's sake!
And then I forgot it.
For God's.
In one ear, out the other.
It's also on the
In one
playoff
eyeball.
calendar. Friday the 29th of March.
That's gonna be fun. Have you guys started the process of picking the players? Or are you still waiting on like submissions and whatnot?
Nominations and get that damn dirty player nominated by the bye.
Wait, Detective John Henry Erstweiler, whatever that guy's name was.
Johnson Robertson. Or Robertson
Johnson Robertson. Yeah.
Yeah. He's too
Yeah,
old
get
for
him.
this shit.
Hey, he survived, right?
He did. He's gonna live to see retirement. And with that vape, it sounds like it's time for us to call it a show. Thank you everybody
Also
for
retire.
tuning in. Yeah, also retiring.
Yeah.
This is Michaels and his vape.
The douche kazoo is playing us out.
Do 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 do.
Well, I used to smoke, but I was like, man, I just don't look pretentious enough doing this.
I see. I can't
So-
decide if I prefer douche kazoo or douche flute.
I like flute.
I would say they're situational.
Depends how much of a douche the douche is. That's douching.
Yeah, you know which feels more what's the word I'm looking for? Lighthearted. Yeah. Kazoo's
That's
more
fair.
serious. Kazoo carries more gravitas. All right. Well, hey, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Metal. Thank you, Michaels. Always a pleasure to
man.
get to cast with you guys.
Thanks for having me along, dude. I'm glad I got to turn up and talk nonsense with you, man.
Oh no, it's always a blast. And all the rest of you, keep tuning in. There's a lot more exciting playoff action for your dome piece. So we'll catch you whenever the next one is. That's how professional I am. All right, later.